Back in 2017, when my son was taken away, I never thought that the experience would have happened to me. I was lucky to find legal representation that was passionate and determined to support me on getting my son back. I built relationships with three amazing, incredible women, Anastasia, Wanjero, and Robin, that I grew to respect and work with along the way. Just to be honest, I would have never made it out of the madness without their support, guidance, and passion. They helped me out of the very sad situation that I put myself in. I believe that what made my story different was my outlook on moving forward. I found a therapist to help me emotionally and mentally. Not only was I motivated, but I was determined to prove why I acted in such a manner. I even had to move out of the state to push things forward. I still made every court date, visit, and meeting with the assistance of the organization. I wasn't giving up hope and was assertive about getting my son back. There were times when I thought that everyone was out to get me, but when I listened and did what my team told me, I saw the bigger picture. I realized that letting my emotions out had a negative effect on my case. At the end, everything that my team was telling me came to light, and I won the battle of a lifetime. I can't thank them enough for having my back during the year and a half that we spent together. Till this day, we still talk. I believe that we helped one another see things differently. Without my determination and motivation, we wouldn't be sitting here right now. Now I have full custody of my son, and he is doing well in my care. Even though I missed a lot of important first moments, I have been able to gain memories that will last for a lifetime. I also am completing my degree in allied health science to become a radiology technician to help build a stable and a successful environment for my son. Sometimes you must make sacrifices to achieve the ultimate goal. Getting Noah back home where he belonged.
I am an attorney representing parents in child protective proceedings. I do this work because I am passionate about being a voice for the underrepresented. As a parent defender, I know how the case should proceed and the steps needed to achieve the client's goals. There are instances when the legal aspect of a case may take a back burner to the myriad of issues a parent is facing. Cherie's case was one such case. I realized early on that the agency had a strong dislike for Cherie. The level of disrespect directed toward Cherie by everyone at the agency made it difficult to focus her on the big picture. She was, understandably, increasingly frustrated and angry. In our work, we usually like to meet the client where they are at. In Cherie's case, meeting her where she was at worked against our overall plan of reunification. Her anger and frustration was an obstacle. Time was getting away from us, and my sense of urgency deepened. The agency continued to portray Cherie in a negative light at every turn. I became frustrated with the agency. Reunification of mother and child was always the goal, the win. In order to make it happen, the narrative had to change. The change began once Cherie left the state and was no longer homeless. She was able to make changes in her life and self-reflect on how her emotional response was interfering with the overall goals. As Cherie's attorney, I had to find a way to change the court's perspective and persuade the judge that Cherie was an excellent mother who deserved to be with her boy. I was filing papers at least once a month and appearing in court just as much, if not more, to advocate for reunification. I was successful in persuading the judge to permit Noah to return to his mother while the remaining legal process played out. We continued to encourage Cherie in her personal goals and support her. Cherie worked tirelessly to be better, be different, and get Noah back home with her. There was a light at the end of the tunnel. I was able to breathe easier. At long last, we won. Mother and child were reunited.
My name is Wanjiro Gathaiga, and I'm a social worker. I have worked for over 15 years in the family court. On the day that I met Cherie, I could not have imagined the journey that I was about to embark upon. After speaking with Cherie, we should have known that this case would take us on a roller coaster of emotions, from frustration and sadness to a place of hope and happiness. From the very beginning, Cherie was in utter disbelief that she was in court and that her son had been taken from her. She openly shared personal details about her relationship with her son's father and what she did to be in this situation. She could see where she made mistakes, but was, of course, having an incredibly hard time seeing how those mistakes led to her son being removed and placed with his father, a father who played a minimal role in his life. During the course of this case, the agency treated her poorly. They did not see her as the strong, honest woman that was fighting for her son. Anastasia, Robin, and I talked endlessly with Cherie about how her negative interactions with the agency mattered. She was not always happy with us, but eventually understood the connection between her behavior and the slow progress of her case. Cherie shifted how she interacted, but she stayed true to herself. Looking back now, I'm happy that she refused to let the agency shape her story. She truly believed that her son was better off with her, and she fought hard to get him back. She reminded us every day to focus on what was most important, Noah. She did not let Noah's father, the agency, the judge, housing, or other factors stop her from realizing her goal. It was difficult to be part of a system that was moving so slow when it came to reuniting a mother and her child after it had swiftly removed him. It was hard to see her go through this family court process for over a year and a half. Seeing her with her son after he returned was the best gift we could have received.
The broken system, the wounded mother, the grieving child. My name is Robin Lott, and I'm a parent advocate. Cherie came in like a mama bear doing what's necessary to protect her cub. The system said she didn't qualify to keep her child in her home. She was devastated when her son was taken from her and given to his father. When I met Cherie, she talked about how she loved her son. Noah was 6 months old. She understood his needs and worked hard to meet them. I remember covering a visit with Cherie. Her eyes lit up while she was spending time with her son. The agency didn't allow Cherie to do the visits without supervision from our organization. The agency felt she was angry and unreasonable. Our team, myself, a lawyer, and a social worker would have meetings about Cherie and how we would continue to help her present herself as the grieving, loving mother who she truly was. Cherie was her son's voice. His father did not know his child likes or dislikes, wasn't familiar with his sleeping habits or his allergies. Our organization helped Cherie navigate the system. From the very beginning, I felt that my job was to help Cherie keep her eyes on regaining custody of her precious child. I walked a mile in her shoes with my children, and this fact helped us to connect on a deeper level. I helped Cherie take the focus off the father and helped her to have the system acknowledge her concerns through our team. This is not right when the system is not listening to a parent. Unfortunately, parents have to earn back respect that shouldn't have ever been taken from a parent in the first place. At the end, Cherie received her son back. But now, without being demonized and judged as the horrible parent. That night, I felt like a huge weight was lifted off my shoulders. A child was reunited with his mother.